Hello, future nurse. Yes, you are a future nurse. So this is a continuation of our video lecture series for this topic, key areas of responsibility and the core competencies in the nursing in in Philippine nursing. So we're here on the ninth key area of responsibility, which is research. I know being a college student and a graduate maybe of nursing, of any course for that matter, we are all aware of research. Okay, and in this key area of responsibilities, it emphasizes that the tasks here are to gather, uh, analyze data, and share the results, and apply the findings, I should say, to your work. Okay, so again, research is not only for students, not only for high schools, much more as you go higher in your education, and also in your practice once you are a professional. So I believe you have research subjects, so that would be an advantage. You have I believe with this new curriculum, you have a very good foundation since high school, and this will be a great help in your career later on as a future nurse. So again, in this in this key area of responsibility, research core competencies are focused on gathering data, um, analyzing the data, sharing the results to the public or to the research practitioners, and to apply the findings of your work to your institution or to the profession in general. Yeah. So what are the competencies under this research key area? So number one is to gather data using different methodologies. I know you're aware of the methodologies in research, and any of those methodologies can be used, okay, and can be employed in your study, depending on the objectives. I know that it has many factors. Okay? What methodology are you going to use in your study? So what are the indicators of this core competency? Yeah, the nurse identifies researchable problems regarding patient care and community health, or any healthcare setting for that matter, any interest for that matter also. Identifies appropriate methods of research for a particular patient community problem. Um, Combines quantitative and qualitative nursing design through simple explanation of phenomena observed. Okay, so basing from what I'm saying, I know that you are familiar, hopefully familiar, because you have, I believe you have a good foundation of this um, basics of research and advanced research if when you graduate on college. In our curriculum, we have two research subjects. We usually term it nursing 1, nursing 2, from the creation of the problem until you uh, publish it, or until you submit it as part of your curriculum requirements or course requirements. Okay? And once you gather the data, you must analyze the data gathered. Okay? And from the analysis, you will have the results, and you will recommend uh, actions for implementation based on the analysis of the results being what's this gathered or uh, produced. Okay, so number two recommends actions for implementation indicator based on the analysis of data gathered, recommends practical solutions appropriate for the problem. So it is very important, that you must have a practical solution, because that would be one of the questions. Okay, um, when you have the results, when you have published it already, when you have shared it already in your institution, what are we going to do? What will be the solution for these problems? Okay, your research does not stop in knowing the problem or in analyzing the data. What is more important is how are you going to, okay, use those results as solutions to the problems encountered in your institution or in your practice. Then third, disseminates results of research findings. So meaning you make it, what's this? You inform the others, okay, of the results, especially of your institution, especially of those places where you conducted your research. Okay. So communicates results of findings to colleagues, patients, family, and to others, endeavors to publish research, submits research findings to own agencies and others as appropriate. It is important to publish research, whether in journals or in the internet, so that people will know the results of your research. This is also to advance the knowledge of the practice of the profession, okay? And for the uh, researchers and practitioners who have the same interests and same or similar, not really the same but similar interests, similar studies of your results, which may be beneficial for their own studies. Okay, and research is really made uh, to to produce knowledge, to add knowledge. Okay, and it is very important to um, publish it. Okay, in the academe, for the instructors, as an example, you are or we, the faculty, are usually required to submit researches every semester or every school year as a requirement. Right? If you plan to go in the academe, I suggest that uh, you should already keep in mind that you are going to conduct researches, okay? Whether it's individual or by groups, okay? Um, because since we are in the academe, we are expected to share knowledge, not only share but to also produce knowledge, depending on our profession, depending on our interests. So yes, even though you're professional already, you are to conduct researches. You are to engage yourself on research. Okay? So I already suggest you have you be intentional in having very good foundation in research. And then number four, applies excuse me, applies research findings in nursing practice. Okay, as I mentioned earlier, the results of your study will be used as a solution to the problems encountered in your institution. Okay, so you utilize the findings in research in the provision of nursing care to individuals, groups, and communities, and make use of evidence-based nursing to ameliorate nursing. Means when you say ameliorate, to make the profession better, okay, or your institution better, or since this is research, it is scientific, it is research based, it is evidence based. How will you make your profession, your institution, your quality nursing care better than the previous ones. Okay, so again, the institution must, or the nurse must really be abreast with researches. We must be up to date, okay? Because as you all know, nursing profession, the most, if not all, is, but I believe it's all, or must be all, based on researches. Okay? The nursing practices, procedures, anything must be based on researches, must be based on evidences, especially in this generation. So, yes, that is key area of responsibility, research. So, meaning you should be research competent. Okay? If you want, if you really aspire to be a nurse, regardless of the um, field that you're going into, especially if you want to be in the clinical setting and if you want to be in the academy. Okay? So research is very important. Okay? So that's all for this key area of responsibility. So see you in the next video lecture, co-researchers, nurse researchers, future nurse researchers, and I hope and pray that you continue to be enthusiastic, okay, of the research aspect of nursing, because we really need it in the future. So, see you in the next video lecture, the continuation of this series, Key Areas of Responsibility. Thank you, future nurse. Again, this is your email, your online nurse educator.